From ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Reporting tonight from Berlin.
From the Berlin Wall specifically, take a look at them. They've been there since last night. They are here in the thousands. They are here in the tens of thousands. Occasionally they shout, Die Mauer muss weg, the wall must go. Thousands and thousands of West Germans come to make the point that the wall has suddenly become irrelevant. Something, as you can see, almost to party on. How do you measure such an astonishing moment in history? The East German government said tonight they were going to make more openings in the wall, at least a dozen more, put bulldozers right through the wall so that more people could cross to the west. The East German communist leadership tonight said there'd be a new election law guaranteeing secret elections which the rest of the world could monitor. And only 24 hours after East Germans were told they could go anywhere, anytime, the Soviet Union said that was a sensible move.
Buonasera. Un'altra giornata carica di sviluppi drammatici a Mosca. Si è dimesso il presidente del Soviet Supremo Anatoly Lukianov e che peraltro ha affermato di non avere alcuna responsabilità nel golpe. E ancora, dopo il maresciallo Akromeyev, si è suicidato un altro esponente della nomenclatura, il direttore amministrativo del Comitato Centrale del Plus,
Details from Moscow correspondent John Donovan.
The chief state TV channel was halfway through its evening news when it got the first details of the agreement signed in Minsk. Quoting from it, the anchorwoman announced, "The Soviet Union, as a subject of international and geopolitical reality, no longer exists."
Magam is 16 évet töltöttem ellenzékben, és 12 évet kormányon. Megtanultam, a győzelem sohasem végleges, a vereség pedig sohasem végzetes. Csak az számít, készen állsz-e a küzdelem folytatására. Ha Isten engedi és élünk, ennek a ciklusnak a végére elérjük, elérem a kormányzati és ellenzéki évek közötti egyensúlyt. És akkor még mindig csak döntetlenre állunk majd. Tegyük rögtön világossá, ez most alkalmas hely és idő, sportemberek vagyunk, nem érjük be a döntetlennel. Tisztelt Ház!
Lépésként kerüljenek többségbe a bevándorlás ellenes erők az Európai Parlamentben, majd néhány hónappal később kerüljenek többségbe a bizottságban, és aztán a későbbiekben nemzeti parlamenti választások eredményeképpen azt szeretnénk, ha többségbe kerülnénk az Európai Tanácsban is. Az egységes civilizációnk helyett két különböző civilizáció lesz Európában. Lesz egy vegyes civilizáció, amely egy iszlám és keresztény együttélésre, vegyes civilizációra építi a jövőjét, és vagyunk mi itt Közép-Európában, akik továbbra is keresztény civilizációként képzeljük el Európát, amit úgy szoktunk kifejezni, hogy Európa maradjon az európaiaké. És arra is szeretném fölhívni a figyelmüket itt a liberális-illiberális demokráciáról szóló viták tekintetében, hogy jól láthatóan minden liberális demokrata egyúttal bevándorláspárti is.
Things that I just said, I don't know whether you know it or not, but I have a new hobby. I am collecting stories that I can actually prove are told among the Russian people. They make them up themselves, they tell them between themselves, reveals they got a great sense of humor, and they've also got a little cynical attitude about things in their country. And one of these stories, the one I'm going to tell you, I told to General Secretary Gorbachev, and he laughed.
Now it appears Austria's foreign minister will become Europe's youngest leader. The votes are still being counted in Austria, but Sebastian Kurz is celebrating what he calls a historic victory. Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen tells us what happened and the potential impact.
At 31, fresh-faced Sebastian Kurz, fresh from Sunday's national elections, now stands poised after a meteoric rise in Austrian politics to form the coalition government that will make him that country's chancellor and Europe's youngest head of state.
At first, they just smiled at us and said this cannot have success. This won't be. This can't be. But today we showed them wrong.
Vaulting the right-of-center People's Party from third to first, Kurz vowed to build on his record over the last 4 years as Austria's youngest foreign minister, in which capacity he responded to the European migration crisis of 2015 by working to limit asylum applications and securing the shutdown of the so-called Balkans route to northern Europe that migrants had used.
Parallelgesellschaften, der politische Islam und Radikalisierungstendenzen, die haben in unserem Land keinen Platz. Wir dürfen Ihnen heute bekannt geben, dass es eine Entscheidung des Kultusamtes gibt, die dazu führen wird, dass in 7 Moscheen der Betrieb untersagt wird. Es bedeutet die Auflösung der Moschee der Grauen Wölfe und zum Zweiten die Auflösung der arabischen Kultusgemeinde, die insgesamt 6 Moscheen betreibt.
Speaking on national television, the Turkish foreign minister said the Austrian chancellor should first take a look at his own country. One of the trends that is an enemy of human rights and values is racism. And today, Austria is the capital of radical racism.
You are a young guy, that's pretty good.
But the problem with the age is getting better from day to day.
That's right. Someday you won't be saying it. But we have a very good relationship, and we have a great trade relationship, and that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about today.
My ideal Germany is a place where politicians have the final say, and they should always act in the interests of Germans. We support closing the borders, and we believe this foreign infiltration cannot continue.
Again and again, the Third Path has marched through Plauen, most recently at the beginning of May. Their marches are reminiscent of Hitler's Third Reich, the torches, flags, and drums. The neo-Nazi party has polarized the people of Plauen.
They were allowed to carry torches to wear uniforms. It was creepy. I find it a bit frightening.
Some of their ideas you can't fault.
It's horrible that they've set up base here, and even worse, that people indulge them.
Whether groups are allowed to demonstrate here is up to the local district office. If demonstrators wear uniforms, or if there is the threat of violence, then a rally can be banned. But so far, authorities haven't acted. Local authorities have often been accused of not using the full extent of the law against far-right groups. Many say they downplay the threat they pose or turn a blind eye. The marches are repeatedly allowed.
It's about rights and the rule of law. I think it's important the playing field, both legally and judicially, is extended as far as possible, though sometimes I would like to see more courage from local authorities.
Da.